injustice, this system full of racism.
Yeah! And one thing I look at and I see between all of us, we are all united here right now about the fact that we, the people, are the people that put them in place. Hold on. Let's get back at the table. Why not just go start your own league?
I don't know how to start this shit. Rappers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythm. I be kicking, musician.
You already know what it is. More truth than you can handle. Unapologetic economics. 3. We at you. Guess where we at? Brooklyn. Yes, we are on the road, Brooklyn. We're talking to a few business owners out here in Brooklyn about why it's important to buy black, be black, and why black power matters. And black power matters in our dollars, you know? This is what it is. So, you know, we here in the snow, it's cold, but it's necessary. So we're gonna holler at a few folks. You guys are gonna see what it's all about. Unapologetic economics. It's important, it's serious. We need to do this. This has to happen all over the country, the world, for us blacks. Let's go.
Where you from? Brooklyn, going out to all. Crown Heights. You don't stop. Brownsville. You won't stop. Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, niggas the shit you draw. Where we from? Brooklyn, going out to all.
How you doing? My name is Corey. The store name is Non Sports. We at 798 Notion Avenue.
No doubt.
Between St. John's and Lincoln. We in Brooklyn, New York, the heart of Brooklyn, Crown Heights.
Right.
We've been open for like a year and a half now. We're doing good. We the first store that came into this neighborhood that has like the boutique style wear. So you always have to go downtown or go down to Fulton Street. You don't have to do that no more. Right here in the neighborhood, in the heart of the neighborhood, and people enjoy us. At the store, we got a few lines of our own. We got the King wear right here. We have to support each other. Because the way these neighborhoods are changing, you know, a lot of stores is closing down, you know, but fortunately, you know, we're doing good, so we can try to get the property and, you know, keep expanding as we go on too. More businesses, more jobs.
So now the thing about it, more businesses, more jobs, you think is there like a difference between African American and, you know, West Indians, Caribbean individuals, people that come in down here?
Of course.
Why is that?
It's different mindsets. As far as the Caribbean community, they you know, when they came to America, of course they had to, you know, they had to go for this to survive. So they kind of create their own business. As far as the Americans, we grew up in a system as go to school, after you graduate from school, you work.
Not work for self, but just work.
Not work for self. As far as African American and Caribbean, we're all in the same boat now. You know, that's how I look at it. We're all in the same boat. If they win, we win.
There's a push to get more black businesses out of Brooklyn right now, currently?
I don't see it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel it, but I can see it. So we have to support our own. But I have to admit, people support us, man.
So now, I asked a few people, and they said there's a lot of African Americans that are not having their own business, that there's more or less, you know, Caribbean. And the thing about it, what they do is they individualize us like we're totally different species when we're all black. So what do you see that? Do you see there's a lot of African American businesses in Brooklyn or not?
Yes. I mean, barbershops. A lot of barbershops owned by.
But I mean, yeah, there's barbershops, but we need to have more like stores and clothing. Like you got your own clothesline. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying?
But it's a lot. Maybe it's not promoted, but it's out.
Come on. New York.
22 years. A lot of people want to get up there, but nobody ain't willing for put in the work.
Okay.
You gotta be willing for work. Once you could work, you could get anything in life. Stay strong, and you gotta make a hustle to save your money, man.
You hear that, people?
You gotta save your money. Stay home watching TV, you're not gonna get nothing. You know, you gotta come out here and hustle.
No doubt.
You know, you gotta be real.
It's Paris Williams, it's Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Peace, King. How you?
Good, fam. And this was a two-way street. The trolley cars used to go up and down Nostrand Avenue right here. When I came here in 1969, this was a Hasidic Jewish area predominantly.
Okay.
And since then, gentrification, they let us come in and let the market value of where we are go down so drastically.
Okay.
It went down so bad that they came back in and bought the property for little or nothing, you know. And now everything there's nothing that's black owned anymore here. They said there's still a couple of black owned, and that would be the Caribbean people more so. I'm saying as far as African American black people don't own anything here anymore at all. It's all gone, you know, because the ma and pa rib shacks and the fish house, all of that's gone now because we've let that stuff go away, and we kind of lost that. There's a lot of history here. A lot of black people have sold their houses. The Jews come with suitcases and they try to buy you out your house right off the bat, you know. We don't get it. We just don't get it, and that's why we don't have anything today, because they're coming back in a big way and they're buying everything back from us. We just don't have anything left anymore. People that have United States of America on their birth certificate and they were born here
No doubt.
don't have anything any longer.
And that's been stripped because they've either sold out, bought out, or what?
You just put it all together in perfect. They sold out, they've been sold out, they've been bought out, or we died off.
Wow.
And the ones that they left the properties to, they lost the properties. You know?
Real shit.
So, yeah, but it hurts a little bit.
Do you feel like a lot of the late 80s, early 80s, and the 90s, and when the drugs came and popped up, you think that had a lot to do with what happened to the community?
My daughter was born in 1983, and I have another one born in 84. They're right at the borderline, right at the cusp. So when they were born, right after that, anybody that was born after that, it's like they have a chip on their shoulders. And that really kind of took the area and just, it stripped it of everything. You know, stripped it of everything. And the way that they are as a people, from anybody from that age, from 30 and under, there's no resilience anymore. They just have a bad attitude now. You know what I'm saying? There's just no positive anything that they're not trying to generate something positive. You know, it's a negative attitude. It's all computers and my texting and my Instagram and PlayStation 4. You know, it's like, I don't know. It might have a lot to do with it. Definitely.
Yeah. Time I sit back, reflect on the place that I live at. Unlike any place I ever been
Peace,
at.
King.
Peace.
Love. Question. I love watching this and I love seeing this. How long have you been in business for?
I've been here 20 years, brother.
Okay.
20 years. Respect for Life Books and Things.
Okay.
We're here on Nostrand Avenue, between Atlantic and Herkimer. Right by the A train, right by the 44 bus.
Brooklyn, folks. We in Brooklyn right here. Yeah.
BK all day.
No doubt.
You know, so I've been holding it down. It's been up and down journey.
Okay.
You know, and I've seen like at least 10 to 20 bookstores come and go in this area since I've been here. So it's only by the grace of God that I'm still here. Man.
Okay.
Straight up.
So what fuels you to believe that this is necessary? Having a black bookstore that's necessary. What fuels you to believe that?
Well, the information, it seems, has been coming from one direction. And a lot of the information is propaganda. A lot of the information is mass controlled, depending on what those who are in power want the masses of the people to believe. So it's also important to have an alternative source of information. And this is that source, that alternative source of information. So you can bounce ideas within your mind instead of it just being one way, because that's very dangerous, as we know from history.
So this is where this basically we call this the truth center.
This is definitely the truth center.
No doubt.
Outside on the awning it says all the books you can eat.
Now, question on this, King. What do you feel the importance of being unapologetic about our economics?
It's very important because there's no real foundation for black economics, because the dollar doesn't stay in our community.
Now in Brooklyn, you have a lot of new things happening.
Right.
Do we see or do we feel a sense of they're trying to move a lot of black businesses out in this area?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, the gentrification is obvious. I mean, anybody who can't see
Here in
that.
Brooklyn?
Here in Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Not only commercially,
Okay.
you know, but residentially. So once the complexion in the neighborhood starts to change, then everything else goes, you know, because if this is a black bookstore,
Yes, sir.
and then people who are in the neighborhood who are black begin to move out, then that means less support for me that means ultimately that will be running me out of business. So they got this thing mathematically, down pat. And it's important for us to support those black businesses. We could find things like the Black Pages. They have a book called the Black Pages where they have a lot of black businesses. They have different groups who know, where black businesses are, and that is very important for us to support, so we can keep our businesses open, so we can keep our culture open. Because that's our culture. That's the thing. It's our culture, and a lot of people are not attached to a culture, so they lend their minds, their ideas, and their ways, their folk ways to other people's culture. So it's very important to safeguard our own. Appreciate you.
Me and Gunna had 2 spots. The 2 for $5 hits the blue top.
Royalty. It sounds like royalty. Been interviewing people, trying to figure out what is going on, how it's going down. A lot of good eateries. I haven't had a taco in I don't know how long. California, please understand what we're doing over here. All right? It's going down.
Cause it's the B, the R, the O, the O-K. L-Y-N is the place where I stay. The B, the R, the O, the O-K. Best in the world and all USA. It's the B, the R, the O, the O-K. L-Y-N is the place where I stay. The B, the R, the O, the O-K. Place where I rest, it's on my born.
Oh, I love to cook, and I love to serve people. I love the community.
What do you feel is the importance of, keeping black-owned businesses?
Oh, it's very important. It's a black neighborhood. They're trying to make a change, but they can't change.
When you say they try to make a change, what do you mean by that?
A lot of white folks is moving in the neighborhood. A lot of white folks try to take over a lot of business. So,
Okay. So when you say that, do you feel like it's a struggle for you to keep your business the way it is?
It's definitely a struggle, especially a black-owned business.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard.
So what do you feel about in hiring our own people that look like us? What do you think that's important?
I hire everybody. Whoever qualified for my job, I hire them.
Do you feel like we should be hiring more of our own people besides hiring other people? Do you feel like it's difficult when you sometimes hire your own people?
Yeah, it's difficult when you hire your own people.
Why is that?
They think they know it all. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
While if they work for you as a black owner, they don't respect you that much. When they work for a white owner, they respect the white owner more. We don't know why, but that's how it is.
So that's the challenge, basically.
That's the challenge, yeah.
So do you feel like with us that we are hurting ourselves by not working together?
Yes, we are.
So do you have a business partner or anything like that? Or is this all
I'm solely own business.
Wow.
Yeah,
all by
I've been
yourself?
in this business for 18 years.
All by yourself?
All by myself.
Hey. Say what?
This looks like that home.
Sometimes I feel
and what about the east side? Hell Barrio, we blowing smoke while we G-ride. Washington Heights.
I tried to come down.
So you trying to say they're trying to raise the rent right now?
Exactly. They're raising rent, and people cannot afford rent anymore. And you see some people have to change location.
I'm not against people out here marching, what I'm saying, because they gotta give that energy somewhere else. Marching is fine, but back in the days, the civil rights people knew what they was marching for. You know what I'm saying? We all come together collectively as one, and we don't spend our money. I guarantee you they'll be like, what's wrong with you? They'll come straight to our door asking what's going on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because the economy been built on our backs for so many years. I'm an activist, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to talk to all these kids about stop killing each other and stop doing all the stuff that they're doing out here, and trying to put them in programs where they can get their GED and, you know what I'm saying, get off these streets.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to stay positive myself, because I come from a background where I was out here and using drugs and had to go back to school to get my GED and all that stuff. So this is what it's all about. Before I die, I want to plant good seeds. You know what I'm saying?
So black economics is real out here.
Black economics is always real. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
Sleep is the cousin of death, beyond the walls of intelligence. Life is defined, I think of crime when I'm in a New York state of mind. State of mind. Your state of mind. Your state of mind. Your state of mind.
gangster. Bringing more